In Berlin, there's nothing else going on than art and startups. That means that socially, it's very easy, to be earning little money, to take a lot of risk. It's socially acceptable, and that makes it a good place. There still is a gap in financing. There's a huge entrepreneurial opportunity and very little financing. This is structurally. So whoever invests here makes very good deals.
The readership is much bigger and you spread your publication in many areas much faster using ResearchGate. So it's a complete different concept, in my opinion, than a journal. I think this concept of a journal will die in the future. The change we're trying to make is, we call it always open science. It's very similar to the concept of open source, where you still can publish most of your raw data or your code or everything what you have done, but people can give you feedback, and this will influence you in a positive way in which direction you should go in your next experiment. And this mindset change of the scientist is something we try to achieve. If you look at the fact that we're changing the whole scientific landscape, right? We're changing every discipline, we're connecting the people within disciplines better, plus we're connecting the people from different disciplines with each other, then I think this is worth that ResearchGate, not me, but that ResearchGate wins the Nobel Prize, the team who built that they should get a Nobel Prize for this altogether.
Imagine yourself using Google Maps or Apple Maps for finding a location. I want Vamos to become the app that everyone uses for finding events. In Europe, especially in Berlin, it's quite difficult to find available developers, since there's such a big need for developers, especially in the startup scene. So for me it was a challenge, but a challenge that I thought was quite funny. I started to attend developer meetups without knowing anything about what they were talking about. In one of them, the Twitter conference here in Berlin, I was sitting next to a guy who today is our CTO. His name is Jens. And we started to discuss this idea. He got really excited, and we decided on that day to do a hackathon for bringing people together to start to build the idea. Small little initiative started there, but the result turned out to be 40 people showing up at this hackathon, basically friends coming from all over Europe. And we managed to get the first prototype of Vamos done. We managed to get the first ideas of how to pitch it and financial plans and everything. So it was really the kickoff, and this was the February 2012. There's been an extremely interesting roller coaster, a lot of interesting first-time experiences, and like right now we are on the verge for really skyrocketing in terms of traction. Just recently been featured by Apple in over 38 countries, where this is fantastic. Our numbers that we have managed to accumulate gain over the weekend is as many as we have managed to do in the entire year since we started. And that's kind of, for us, extremely rewarding, and is also kind of showing it like kind of a proof of stamp that, okay, the product is now ready to finally grow.
It's so much harder to foster innovation in an existing business. And we all know why. Whoever has worked in a big company knows why. You have your, you need to make your targets. You cannot just fool around. And so that's why it makes sense. Europe has been entrepreneurial, super entrepreneurial in the 20s, has been super entrepreneurial after the war, and hopefully there's a new wave. And it's all happening now because digitalization means a lot of things will change, and when you have change, you have new companies emerging.